Hey, it's Untitled Cichlids. In this video, we're going to check out the colorful Mbuna Aquarium. And this aquarium has got some really amazing Saulosi, which happen to be on the CARES watch list. That means they're a little bit more endangered than your average fish out there. And also we have the Bi-Color Labs. It has the yellow and the white, the Labidchromis Cichlids. So check out this video. It's upbeat. It's interesting, got some cool footage, so look this way and check it out. We're looking at the colorful Mbuna Aquarium. We've got Saulosi, we've got Bi-Color Labs, and we have one oddball. I'll give you a moment to check out the oddball and figure out where it's at. It'll just be a moment, you'll see it. We're going to get some close-ups of these fish. There's a little bit of some territory adjustment with the Saulosi. Some craziness going on in here since I just rescaped the aquarium. It no longer has a canister filtration. It just has sponge filtration and fluidized bed filtration. I'll be going over that in a little bit. I just wanted to check out some of these fish. The blue ones are the male Saulosi, in case you don't know, and the females are yellow. I think they're some of the best looking Saulosi you can get. Now they can get where they're really dark and then they can get light. So they go through phases. When I first changed the scape in this aquarium, both the male Saulosi try to get dominance, and both were very, very dark. Their blacks were very, very dark. So I'm going to show you some things and get some close-ups, and we'll be right there. At this angle you can see that I've got a couple of caves underneath rocks. It works great for their hiding spots. There's also some areas they can swim around in the rocks. It's been really good for their enjoyment of the aquarium. Now the Bi-Color Labs and the Saulosi on this aquarium have been together for almost a year. They've been doing good. And now you see the two males, they're still doing a little bit of a dominance chase. But the two fish, the Bi-Color Labs and the Saulosi, have been together in this aquarium for about a year. When I see them breeding, the Saulosi mate with the Saulosi, and the Bi-Color Labs mate with the Bi-Color Labs. So far so good. Now if they were to mix, that would be something I'd want to see what they turn out to be like. I'd like to see what they look like. You know. So right now what I'm doing is I'm growing out these fish. I've had them for a while. I had fuller sized fish in the past and I sold them, and I'm not going to do that again for some time. I'm going to get my numbers up on these fish, and I'm going to have more females, and then I may have them separated where they have the Saulosi has their own aquarium and the Bi-Color Labs has their own aquarium as well. As you see here, the Saulosi are out front and the Bi-Color Labs are in back. They get along well, and if you look over here to the right, I'll zoom in there. Get focused. Well, you'll see a white lab, Bi-Color Lab, right there that's holding. There's also another one in there that's holding as well. All the females in this aquarium have been breeding. Check out that Saulosi male there. Now he's starting to darken up. I don't know if it's because of the camera, but if you look over here at this male down here, he's looking good too. So they can vary in coloration. There's the oddball. It's a peacock. Oh no. The reason there's a peacock in here is, well, he was in an all-male aquarium and he couldn't hold his own. They picked on him. They left all the other males alone. They just didn't like this guy. He must have a problem. So I've had him in here to recoup. May end up selling them, may leave them in there, but I'd rather have it just the Mbuna in this aquarium. But there is one peacock. Look at that male Saulosi there. Looking really good. Now those are full-size males. I kept a couple of dominant males. I have 3 in this aquarium. Let me see if I can see this. Right there is a smaller one right there in the middle of the screen. So I have 3 males in here. And the females I had to grow up because I had sold all my big ones and I had to grow them out. Now the Bi-Color Labs, that's kind of the same thing that happened with them. I had a few of the larger males that I had kept and I had to grow up the females. I do want to keep them in-house. I thought about changing out the fish for this aquarium or moving them around, and they may get moved around eventually. But right now, I'm liking what I see. Now they are acting a little bit strange that I'm up here with the camera. You see the white labs back there in the corner. But normally they're all swimming around, so we'll give it a moment and see if we can get them to swim out here for you to look at them. Alright, most videos are not complete without a little bit of a feeding portion in it. These fish are hungry, so it gives me an opportunity to show you how they eat. Let me back up a little bit. Mostly you see the Saulosi eating right now. And we'll give them a minute and let the labs kick into action in the eating. Look at the Saulosi go. This shows the difference between the Saulosi and the white labs. They're a little bit more shy. So let's give them a moment to start eating. Once 1 or 2 start eating the food, the rest of them will go. They're already starting to come out and you can't see it. Once they kick in the action, I'm not going to move around much not to scare them because here they start to come. Now they're starting to eat. So that's the interesting trait between the white labs and the Saulosi, is that the white Bi-Color Labs are I guess hesitant to come out when something new is going on, a little bit slow to react to changes. You see they're coming out in groups and then they got scared in the group. My yellow labs in the past did the same. They can learn from fish. Now if you have, I've had labs before with other fish and they start acting like the labs. So scared fish can also cause your other fish to act scared. So you have to kind of wonder what fish to put with what. And here you see here that they've stopped for a minute because they got a little bit scared, and then they're going to continue to eat in just a second. So let's watch them finish off the food and give them a moment. You got to regroup. Now, of course, if the camera wasn't so close, they would be reacting a little bit differently when the food's there. But here they go. Normally in the past I'd fed them a sinking pellet, but this is a floating pellet. So they're kind of getting used to going to the top of the water to get the food. So that's very interesting, and they seem to be doing better with this color pellet. And the water quality has been doing better as well, even though it's from the same manufacturing company. So that's enough of the feeding video, and we'll get back to the main video. Now you're starting to see the white labs come out and swim around, a little bit more relaxed. Mbuna can be a little bit spooked, a little bit easy, but not as bad as frontoses. So you have to get them to relax. Now the fluidized bed filter I have in this aquarium, it's actually inside the aquarium because it was leaking. So instead of getting rid of the fluidized bed filter, which is very old, I have it inside the aquarium, and then I have the sponge filter over here to the right. You see the bubbles coming out. Plenty of oxygen. I have the foam mostly behind the rocks. I'll be adding more rocks to this aquarium to have a better rockscape in the back. The filtration, as far as the fluidized bed and the foam sponge filter, has been doing great. And not needed to do anything else differently. So that's what I'll be doing ongoing. I'm kind of staying away from the canister filtration because eventually my time will be needed to do other things in the hobby and in my life where I cannot be cleaning out 20-some canister filters at one time or a couple of days. I'd rather have those days to myself. Look at all those Bi-Color Labs in there. Some of them have yellow, which makes them bicolor. Some of them more white. But at first I didn't like this trait, but then they actually sell pretty good with this trait, where there's a little bit of yellow on the forehead of the labs, and then the rest of the body is mostly white. I think it looks good. At first I thought I want all white, but they sell well and they're in demand, so I will be collecting these soon. What I'm doing now is getting the females of the Saulosi and the Bi-Color Labs. Well, they'll be full size and they'll have more bigger babies at once, so I can collect 50 or more of the Bi-Color Lab babies and then 50 or more of the Saulosi babies. That way I have a better opportunity to raise them in the right quantities I do need for my customers. I thank you for watching this video. I hope you like it. I hope it wasn't too here and there, but I'm excited about these fish. They're looking good, and they can change from day to day. They can color up in 1 minute, and then a few minutes later they can be lighter. It's just they're constantly changing. There's a lot of activity, but I still think they're a little bit more relaxing than the peacock cichlids. The males get along a lot better. There's not where they tear into each other and kill off a male. That usually does not happen. You can have multiple males in the aquarium with females. There's not as much issues as I've had in the past with the peacock cichlids. I appreciate you watching this video. Look around the screen and check out more videos from Ricky Kennerly Cichlids. Thanks for watching.